Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Manny, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. This is quite a large book haul. It's from Free Little Libraries, Barnes & Noble, Half Price Books, and probably a few other things. I am recording the same day as I just did my last video for my October TBR. I just got home from my son's football game, so it was windy, so my hair's probably really crazy. Also, I want to apologize for the glare in my glasses, but I've had a headache and I just don't feel like taking them off again because I really can't see without them. So, since this might be a long video, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with some manga. My husband and my two sons have really gotten into manga, so we have quite a few here. First one is for our oldest, Clinton. I don't even know how to say this, honestly. Naruto. Anyway, he was not able to be with us, so we did pick this out for him when we went. I don't even know where I'm going to put these because I have so many books. And then our youngest, Logan, picked out Kirby. It's probably still a little too hard for him. He's only in first grade, but they're excited about books, so I'm excited about books. And then my husband has got 1 through 3 volumes of My Hero Academia. I think he's finished the first one, but he's really into the next one that I have in my hands. So we've also got 1 through 3 of the Chainsaw Man. So this one is the one he's really into right now. I am going to go through these kind of quickly. I'm not really going to talk about what they're about unless I'm like super excited about them, because I have quite a lot. So those are my husband's and my two sons' manga that they picked out. Next, I'm gonna do a few that I have traded for in the Free Little Libraries. This one I was super excited to find. I don't think I've ever even seen this in book form. It's one of my favorite movies as a kid, The Indian in the Cupboard. So if anyone's not familiar with this movie, it's about a young boy who has this special cupboard. When he puts his it's like a little figurine Indian in the cupboard and locks it and opens it back up, he comes to real life. So I'm really excited to read this, and then hopefully I can figure out, I used to have this on VHS. However, I have no idea what happened to it. So I want to see if I can figure out how to watch this, because I'd love to watch this with my kids. Next is a Ruth Ware book. It is The Death of Mrs Westway. I don't know anything about this. I know Ruth Ware writes thrillers, so I saw this in a little free library and I traded another book for it. I'm excited, and I feel like I'm going to read this, and if it's not my favorite or if I don't like it, me and my husband are building our own little free library to go in a local metro park. So I will probably use this as something to stock that with. The next two, honestly, they're so popular right now. I was really surprised to find these in a little free library. The first one is My Brilliant Friend, and the second one is The Story of a New Name. I'm actually not sure if this is the second book, but I know they go together. I'm not sure how long the series is, but everyone is talking about this book right now. I guess it's about two females that are really close friends, and honestly I can't tell you much more about it than that, but everyone's raving about them, so I saw them and I knew I had to pick them up. Still have a really big stack over here. I can't remember where I found this one. I want to say I found this at Goodwill. A Jim Butcher Stormfront. It's book 1 of the Dresden Files. I have been really wanting to read these, and this one's fairly short, so I figured this would be, I mean, I saw it, so I had to buy it, right? It was like $1, maybe $1.50 at Goodwill, so yeah, I'm gonna read this one soon. I do hear, I can't remember if it's Jim Butcher or another author. I heard the first like book maybe dry, first couple, to give it a chance. So if that is, it is what it is. I'm still gonna read it. And then the next 4, 5, 6, 7. The next 7 are from Barnes & Noble for sure. If you watch my last video of my October TBR, you will see this one. This one is All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. Again, I bought this solely because of a cover buy. It is gorgeous and it looks like a tarot card, which is right up my alley. So yes, I'm looking forward to reading this one really, really soon. And running out of room here. The next 2 you will see if you watch my last video. They're both by the same author, Grady Hendrix. This is, I'm sorry, I keep getting too close. My Best Friend's Exorcism. Obsessed with the cover. Again, honestly, this has gone around a couple years ago. It was really big and I wanted to read it back then. I would buy this just because of the cover. It is stunning. It looks like an old 80s VHS, and I'm here for it. So this is another one I'm excited to get to this month. Again, I'm sorry I'm going through these kind of fast and not really giving a synopsis on everything, but this video would literally be an hour long if I did it for every book in my pile. Next, oh, I forgot to show you the naked cover of this in my last video when I was telling about my TBR. But this is also by Grady Hendrix, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. This is like the housewives of Mountain Pleasant have a book club and they read true crime and mysteries, and their kids start going missing and getting really sick, and they think there's a vampire in their town. So I just want to show the cover because how gorgeous is this? And it says the Public Library of Mount Pleasant. I love it. I think it's like very subtle, but it ties into the book so well. And yes, I'm 45% through this and I can't wait to finish it because I want to know what's going on. All right. Next is Parable of the Sour by Octavia E. Butler. This is a adult sci-fi and it was written in the 90s. Apparently, it's about an epidemic basically, or a pandemic, kind of like current times, and it wipes out a bunch of people. There is a guy that is president that is awfully like one of our blonde-haired, bronze-skinned ex-presidents that we had, and I guess it's very close to home, which is crazy because this was literally written over 20 years ago. But yeah, I'm excited to read this one. It is a duology. It was supposed to be a trilogy. However, while Octavia E. Butler was battling with writer's block on the 3rd book, she unfortunately passed away before she could write the 3rd one. So I am still going to read them because I heard they're wonderful. Oh, and this takes place in 2024. So this next one is a poetry book. I haven't bought poetry in a long time, but it's called Watering the Soul by Courtney Peppernell. Peppernell. If I can remember the girl's video that I was watching that recommended this, or that was talking about it, I will try to link her below, but I really can't remember. I know it's a newer YouTube channel that I was watching. But she said this is wonderful, so I can't wait to read it. I'm sure it'll be super quick. It is really short, and again, it's poetry, so I'll probably just start reading some here and there throughout the next couple months. But look how adorable that cover is too. I love it. All right, still have quite a few. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I did finish this. I did like it. I am going to pick up, I think The Glass Hotel is the next one I need to read, and then it's A Sea of Tranquility. It's not a series, but I think you're supposed to start with this one because in the other two it's set in the same world, so you get a lot of Easter eggs like if you read these first, so you can kind of connect the dots a little bit better. But this is a dystopian. Again, there was a flu that wiped out like 90% of the world's population, and you have the remaining people kind of fighting for survival. And I'm excited to see where this one goes in the next ones, because I did enjoy this one. This next one, she has become probably one of my favorite authors of all time, Becky Chambers. This is book 2 in the Monk and the Robot series, and it is called A Prayer for the Crown Shy. The first one is A Psalm for the Wild Built. If you need something, and again, these covers are stunning, but if you need something like super wholesome, it's very short. Quick read. It's about a tea monk and a robot, and basically robots, they've always been alive, but their like conscious has woken and decided that they don't want to help humans anymore. So they flee to the woods, and nobody's seen them in decades until this monk comes across a robot, and it's about their friendship and learning about each other. It is so cute. This one just came out, but I'm already dying to read the next one. So I don't have the first one yet. I do need to buy the first one because I want all of these. They're stunning. I love everything I've ever read by this author. Oh, and it was sci-fi. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that is sci-fi. Next, don't mind this. I haven't finished getting the stickers off yet. But it's Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. I feel like I've read a series by her, the Champion series. It's like Champion, Legend, and another one. It's a trilogy. I did really like it. It was young adult. I believe this one is more new adult, if I'm not mistaken. It has to do with music. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I think this is darker than her other... Sorry, I'm trying to cover that. I think it's a little bit darker than her YA, so I figured I'd give it a shot because I did like her YA when I read them years ago. 3 more. I'm sure I have more like in my car and stuffed around, but I really just wanted to get this video done because I had all of these books like up here that I've gotten recently, just waiting to be put away somewhere nicely. And it was driving me nuts because I really need to reorganize my bookshelves. Anyways, this is an epic adult fantasy, The Black Prism by Brett Weeks. My understanding, it's been a while since I've seen anybody talk about this, but it's the Lightbringer Chronicles, I believe. And the magic system in this is basically wielding colors, but I think the more colors you use, the faster the powers drain. I'm not positive, but I think it's an interesting concept, the magic system with colors, so I'm excited to get to this one. It is pretty chunky, but that's how I like my books. 2 more. This one is, oh, I forgot to mention the last one and this one I've got from Half Price Books. This is A Memory Called Empire by Arcady Martin. I can't honestly tell you what this is about. I know Books with Emily Fox likes this a lot. So I heard about it on her channel. I happened to come across it at Half Price Books, so I had some store credit, figured I'd use it on here. And the last one I suckered my husband into buying for me the last time we went to Barnes & Noble, well actually it was probably a few times ago we went to Barnes & Noble, is Nettle Bone by T. Kingfisher. I have been looking for her books everywhere. There's one I want to read in her horror genre, and I cannot find it anywhere. I can't even remember the name of it, but I think there's like a rabbit on the cover, like a horror rabbit on the cover. But this one is supposed to be like a really cute, wholesome, short, very short fantasy. I believe there's sisters, and then one has to be married off, and the other sister's trying to save her. Everyone's raving about this right now, so I was excited to get to it because I love fantasy and nature, and like everything about this like screams what I would like in a book. Alright, so that was a lot. I think that's everything I have. Again, I probably have books scattered everywhere because I've been doing a lot of little libraries lately. Just trying to exchange things for books that I think I will read or that I can put in my new little library that I'm creating. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Comment below if you've read any of them and what you like about them, which one's your favorite, if you didn't like any of those. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.